Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got one. Whip. Watch the whip. Check safety.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 16 yards, a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Come on, set. 6 out low. 5-4. It's coming this way. Here we go. You go tight.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line. That's what I do. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm trying to collect.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Caught left side by Hilton. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At their 48-yard line. Blue 60. Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Robert Quinn just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times.
This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away from me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the ready. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Rip left. Rip left.
Here's Jacobs. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Ready. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check three. It's three.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
I'm coming.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Complete to Tony Pollard.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Kill, kill, kill.
Jacobs now. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll fake the give, now Stafford. The Bengal pressure gets him that time, down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it staring at a 3rd down and 13. Stafford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And the 49er 1st down.
He goes, set, 280, Omaha, ready, move. Hey, watch the shot.
Stafford on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Throwing again. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Set, 250. 53, Mike. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Check 3, check.
Throwing on third and long. Stafford. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set, ready. 54, Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Switch. Hey.
From midfield now, Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Bengals' 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Here we go.
Now Jones. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Mike 53. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Like 7.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Mike, set, blue 60. Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 27-yard line.
Set, blue 60. 53. Come to my work. We won't.
On second and 11 now. Stafford. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
One man in the backfield, Murray on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Latavius Murray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They go play action now. Haskins. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. It's complete to Parker, left side. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
36-yard line. 53 at the mic. 53.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He's not going to get up.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Empty running. Empty running. 53. Line 50. Shut up. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second. Quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Slam, slam, slam. 66, go to half. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is what's small. Line 52. Check mic, check mic. 52 is the mic. Watch mic, watch mic. Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Seth Roberts, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10.
Makes the score Niners 20, Bengals 10.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
That lady. 53 is the mic. Hey, get away with it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down, San Francisco.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
High 7. 53, Mike.
On first down, it's Stafford. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Let's go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Stafford going to come up first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check 3. Double right. 10. Bravo.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Rudolph. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kicked.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 180. Check 53, Mike. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
That was second down run for Murray. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
It's just me and you.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Second down, Haskins. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And over the middle, this is Parker. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49ers.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Haskins to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Bengals 17. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A run. It's Murray. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go.
That's on the tackle. A gain of 7. First down, San Francisco.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Big stop, Ski. Big stop. Let's go.
The third quarter with the score Niners 30, Bengals 17.
Ready. 280. 59. Yeah. Kill. 50.
On first down, Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's airing it out for Williams, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his man. It's Williams. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Charlie.
Stafford now to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Gay is on for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Niners 44, Bengals 17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
We're going to work.
At their
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He gets it to ground. Good play. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Roberts. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mike, 53. Mike, it's our time. It's our time. Watch Taylor. Watch Twitch. Tight your
On play action. Haskins under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins, he's going to look deep down the... And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Set, hut. 10, touchdown. 3. Let's go one more.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On second down now, it's Powell. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Murray. And an alley to run. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
And, Brandon, this is what it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Mike, here we go, D. Get off the field.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Taylor on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
On the set. 53. Check 53. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
And they take a knee.
Taylor on the keeper. It's a loss of 0. And it's 3rd down.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on track next week.